Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Jaime and I'm the proud owner of an e-commerce agency transforming online brands into market leaders. Now, I've got an incredibly exciting video today because I want to show you how to set up and build your social media marketing agency in 12 minutes. By the end of this video, by the end of this, hopefully 12 minutes, you're going to know exactly where to put your time, focus, energy, and attention to get results with your social media marketing agency, to set it up and start building it to 6 figures. And it's not only gonna give you a clear plan of attack, but it's gonna save you so much time of just taking wrong turns and investing your time into activities that are not high impact, not high revenue generating activities. So I'm super excited to share this video with you guys. Looking back at it, I wish I'd watched a video just like this when I started out. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first part of this video involves a bit of whiteboard, and you know it's gonna be good when I've got pen in hand and whiteboard in the back. So the first thing that I wanna cover is the foundations. There are 3 things that you need to make sure you have in place before you even start reaching out to clients. Because I see so many agency owners waste so much time simply because they start reaching out way too early. Yes, it's important to start implementing and start reaching out as soon as you possibly can, but you're gonna waste a bunch of time if you don't know what your value offering is, if you don't know the people that you're helping, if you don't know what the problem that they share is, and you don't know what your value proposition and what you're gonna help them with is. Once you know that though, it's gonna give you so much clarity and it's gonna be so much more effortless to sign these clients. So first thing you need when it comes to foundations is, you guys might have heard of this, but it's gonna make it much more clear. But the first thing you wanna make sure you have and that you're clear on is service. And for this, I recommend that you pick something that generates revenue, right? Something that does not generate revenue, for example, and is more of a commodity, is Instagram growth, social media management, content creation, and a bunch of other services where there's not a clear return on investment, right? Now, with something like paid ads, I'm talking Facebook ads, I'm talking Snapchat ads, I'm talking TikTok ads, I'm talking SEO, I'm talking Google ads, there is a clear return on investment. The client knows how much they're putting in, and we can tell them very clearly how much we're making back for them. So you wanna make sure that you pick something that is already in high demand, okay? But then you're gonna find your vertical, as I'll show you in just a second, and something that generates revenue and is very, very clear what the return is on their investment. So that's really the first thing. Now, the second thing is your niche. There's really 2 routes that you can take with this, okay? The first route is local business, and the other route is e-com. Now, local business and e-commerce are not niches. And I've said this in the past in my channel, but local business and e-commerce are sectors. And so a few things about local business. The reason why local business is not the best sector to go down, the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of local business is simply because not only have I experienced it myself, but I've seen it time and time again with students of mine that have come to me burned by this sector and other people out there in that sector. Now, I'm not saying that it's not doable, right? And I know there's a lot of people just crushing it when it comes to local business, but especially in the current social landscape where a lot of the attention is moving online to shop online and e-commerce growth has skyrocketed, it makes a lot of sense to go down this sector. But before I talk about that, let's talk about local business. What are we actually optimizing for when it comes to local business? What is the KPI, the key performance indicator? Well, simply is leads, right? We're not trying to get someone to take out their card and pay for a teeth cleaning or a house viewing, right? We're just trying to get people through the door on their local business, okay? Now, there's 2 problems that people face when it comes to local business. Client either says, oh, the leads are weak, right? Leads are weak, or they say, hey, I appreciate all these leads that you're bringing me, but I just can't close the leads, right? And so why would I keep paying for leads that I can't close? And that is why I'm not the biggest fan of local business, because you're not in full control of the whole sales process, of how much money you make them. And your value, therefore, is not as clear, right? So they just can't close for their life, right? And so if they can't close, they're not gonna keep paying for your leads. However, when it comes to e-commerce, right, we are in direct control of the sales process. And at the end of the sales process, there should be a sale. And that is what we hold ourselves accountable for. That is the KPI that we are shooting for. We're literally trying to get someone to take out their card and pay for something. Now, is that harder to do? Yes, I would argue so, right? Do we have an incredible team that does that for us? Yes, absolutely, right? And so we want to go down this route. Now, when it comes to e-commerce, and you guys might have watched some previous videos in my channel, when it comes to e-commerce, you should not stop there, okay? You wanna make sure you find a sub niche within e-commerce, okay? Just like with local business, we don't just do local business. You will do restaurants or dentists or real estate. You want to pick a sub-niche within e-commerce, something that you're passionate about and something that you can actually monetize, that there's a need for, right? I'm talking consumer electronics, right, or tech. I'm talking health. I'm talking wellness. I'm talking beauty. I'm talking travel. I'm talking music, right? There's so many sub-niches within e-commerce, okay? So that's really the second thing. And the final thing is the value proposition, okay? And this is what I call the mission statement. And the way a mission should go is we help, then your sub-niche, right? So maybe tech brands, the very specific outcome that you want them to achieve, right? So it could be double their sales online, right? Using your service, so maybe using the power of Facebook ads. And then what I call the appealing promise, something that this sub-niche really values that other sub-niches don't. For example, maybe the brand image, the brand awareness, right? And that actually tells the prospect right from the bat that you've actually thought about your value and ways to stand out from other agencies in the market. So that is that for the foundations. Now to part 2. Part 2 is all about hiring your expert team, your A team that's going to take care of one of the most important aspects of the agency, which is the service delivery. Now, note how I didn't say the most important aspect, right? A lot of people say, oh, well, if I'm just outsourcing the service delivery, what do I actually do, right? What is my value? Your value is creating an incredible ecosystem, creating systems, processes, reporting, communication, signing clients, which is massive, making sure the clients are really just very happy, building an incredible team culture. By the way, great book on building cultures and building an incredible mission around your team. But my point here is your value is not just doing the service. But my point here is your value, the value of an agency is not just delivering the service for clients. There's so many other things that come into the picture that are incredibly important. But that's a whole nother topic. What I want to do right now is I want to share with you where and who to hire for your team. Okay? Now, when it comes to where, I'm a big fan of Facebook groups or any type of community online around your service. That's Facebook ads, Google ads, social media management, whatever it is. The great thing about the internet is that people congregate online with like-minded people. And the reason why I like searching for people there is because it's not transactional, okay? If you're going on Upwork, which by the way is a good backup option, if you're going on Upwork, however, the person is there for transactional reasons. And there's nothing wrong with it, right? But when you look for people on Facebook groups that are just there to develop themselves, right? To grow their skill set with the service, it tells you a lot about that person and how they're constantly trying to develop themselves. And so that is why I'm a big fan of Facebook groups. Now, other backup options could be Reddit, other backup options could be Upwork, Fiverr, even freelance platforms basically. And also you can just directly DM people that you see engaging with communities, that you see posting on Facebook about their craft, that are truly, truly passionate about their craft. So that is where. Now onto the who. And very simply, you want to make sure that the person you hire is a contractor or a freelancer, right? That they operate solo, that they don't have an agency themselves. It's not a white label agency. And the reason why you don't want to do that is because you want this contractor and freelancer to come into your ecosystem, communicate and report to clients, do the service delivery, feel part of a mission, right? And eventually actually hire them as an employee. And so if you have this white label agency taking care of your service delivery, number one, that agency already has their own systems, right? Then also that agency will not want to engage in communication with the client. Why? Because their scope of work is just purely the service delivery. Whereas a freelancer or a contractor who feels part of your team should definitely engage in conversation with the client, in conversation with your team. So that is the where and that is the who. And the final thing that I will say is the timing. And a lot of people get this wrong. They think that once they have a client, they will start hiring for their team. And that is a very wrong approach. And I'm telling you this from experience. If you sign a client and you don't have a team member, you're gonna rush into the decision of hiring. And that is a very bad spot to be in, simply because you wanna make sure you take the time with your hiring and you hire the right person. So make sure you do this at the start and be completely honest upfront with that person. Tell them that they're gonna be taking care of the clients that you onboard in the upcoming weeks, which is completely fine, and it's the truth, which is very, very important. Transparency and honesty are key. So that is part 2, and now on to part 3. Part 3 is a very fun part, but you want to make sure that you do not waste a lot of time on this section. I see so many wannabe agency owners get so bogged down by this section, and I want to make sure I boil it down to the core fundamentals for you guys. So First Things First is the name for the agency. If you're really not feeling creative, go ahead and search for name generators. There's so many out there online. You can get inspiration from there. The next thing is the logo. I truly believe that a logo is quite important. And on this topic, what I will say is, look, if you're trying to attract premium clients, you want to make sure you have a premium look. So 100% you could sign your first 3, even 5 clients with no logo, a really bad name, and absolutely no website, right? But don't expect the quality of these clients to be very high. If you're completely fine with that and you want to go for smaller retainers, that is completely fine. I just want to make sure you understand that if you're looking for premium clients, you want to make sure you have a premium look. Now, when it comes to the logo, I personally think it's quite important. It gives you a very easy win when it comes to the branding of your agency. And it's actually very easy to get it done, right? You can try it yourself, or you can literally pay 10, 20 bucks for it on Upwork or Fiverr. So that is that when it comes to the logo. Now, the website, and I get so many questions on this. The reason why I think a website is of value is because I personally use a website as a landing page that actually fuels my sales funnel, okay? And allows me to duplicate myself. So if your website is optimized to make you money, if your landing page is optimized to make you money, then it is absolutely worth it. Okay? But you want to make sure that you optimize it to do that. If you're just going to have it to list out your services, yes, it's not vital. I would still get it. If you don't want to get it at the start, you can just create one or hire someone to create one after you've signed your first client. I will leave in the description a link to the website builder that I personally recommend. It's one that I've been trying out for the past 6 months. I absolutely love it. And spoiler alert, it's not ClickFunnels. I use ClickFunnels for certain aspects of my business, but this one is a much cheaper option. It's much more aesthetic, and I personally think it's much more beginner friendly for you guys. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and check out the link in the description. And the final thing is your business email. And for this, I recommend the whole G Suite ecosystem. It's going to cost you $6 a month, but you get access to Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Slides, and a bunch of Google Drive, for example. And that way you're not having to invest that money into Dropbox or Typeform and a bunch of other individual softwares that combined come out to much more. So that is your business email, and that is part 3 of building your social media marketing agency in 12 minutes. So guys, that is that for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed these tactics, these strategies, and these fundamental concepts that you can apply for your social media marketing agency and start getting set up in just 12 minutes. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. At the time that this video takes, my editor, myself, my copywriter, they're all wizards at what they do, but it takes quite a lot of time, and so I really appreciate you guys dropping a big thumbs up and showing some love. Also, leave down below any comments, any questions you may have on this video, and I'll be sure to check those out. If you haven't subbed to my YouTube channel, there's so much content coming out. Entrepreneurship and social media marketing agency with a specific focus on e-commerce, sales, and outreach. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check out the link in the description. And the final thing, guys, is I'm giving away an ebook on how to go from 0 to 100K profit with social media marketing agency. I dropped the ebook yesterday, and in less than 24 hours, we had 237 people claim the free ebook. If you want to claim the ebook for free, you can go ahead and check out the link in bio, and depending on when you're watching this, I may be available or simply may not be. So go ahead and check out the link in bio. And as always, guys, hope everything's going well in your agency journey, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.